Hey everyone, welcome to another entry in the Hyrule Compendium. Viewer Lavashi asked us to talk about our most memorable or favorite songs in the series, and returning commenter Tim B asked us to talk about our favorite soundtracks and music. This is another one that's it's kind of a broad topic. This is by no means a definitive list.
Sort of like one of our previous questions, we're going to pick our top three.
I'm gonna be honest, I picked 4.
You know what? That's okay.
That's okay? Thank you.
Yeah.
My first one is the title theme from Ocarina of Time. It's such a relaxing, calming song.
It's so soothing.
Combine that with the opening screen of Ocarina of Time, or the opening cinematics of Link just riding around Hyrule Field. Thinking about the Zelda games that actually came before it, the title theme is usually something epic like the theme, you know, this epic orchestral thing. And I liked how it was just piano, ocarina, some strings, and it really captures it. Like every time I hear it, still it takes me back to like being in Hyrule Field, which I think about it now is kind of empty. But I think about there at that time and being like, I can ride the horse all over the field.
Just thinking about the song and playing it in my head, makes me smile. It's such a happy song and soothing song. That's a great one. That's a good one.
Yeah, good one.
Underrated one too, I think.
I agree. Yeah, when people think Ocarina of Time, they're usually not talking about that song. I think because it's not one that's like a catchy melody that gets stuck in your head, like Saria's song or something.
Yeah, right. Or like Gerudo Valley, or one of those. Like the iconic songs that a lot of people remember.
Absolutely, yeah.
For the longest time, it was my favorite song. It is the Dark World theme. It's just such an atmospheric song. If I heard that song right now, I immediately imagine my old TV setup in my basement with where the console was, and it's so iconic. And I remember I had the Legend of Zelda Sound and Drama, which was like an orchestrated version of it. Whenever I had a big event coming up, when I was like 15, 16, or 17, I was like, even just getting dressed or whatever, that was my go-to song to play, like help calm me down or get me pumped up, whatever it was.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's made reoccurring appearances in future games. I think Four Swords Adventures had a variant of it.
Link Between Worlds.
Yeah, the Lorule theme in particular. But the original version in its MIDI form.
That's one of the iconic Zelda songs too, I think. Like it would be in the canon of the original Overworld and Kakariko Village, Zelda's Lullaby, top tier iconic Zelda songs. It's both the title theme and the town theme, but Clock Town in Majora's Mask. The first reason, it's like this beautiful song, it's very calming, but then I like in the game how the second day it's a little different. When I hear the second day music, I think about how it's raining on the second day and it's gloomy, I think about the Anju and Kafai quests, and I kind of associate parts of what's going on those days with the first day, second day. Then I also like how the third day it's like
faster, I believe, right?
It's kind of like it's a little bit creepier, it's a bit foreboding.
Everything's moving quicker because that thing is coming down to destroy the world. Maybe I'm cheating because I'm putting 2 from the same soundtrack, and it's very hard for me not to put this at number 1. The ending theme and the credits combined. The game ends, you're not playing anything anymore, you're just watching what's on screen. So it transitions from one to the other, where it's just showcasing all the little characters from all across the world. Like little things like your uncle recovers and the bug catching net is now no longer sick anymore and somebody finds his lost son. There's all these scenes, and it's just like Hyrule is back to the way it should be. It's a powerful song too. It's loud. It's not a soothing song. And then that transitions immediately to the end credits, where it's a play on the original theme in a very soft and like
somber almost. Yeah.
And the background is now like the sun is setting and it's like nighttime and it's dark. It's like going to sleep a little bit. I almost feel bad that they actually remixed it and made it the opening theme to Four Swords Adventures. It's like you don't mess with the original.
It took away the magic.
Yeah, a little bit, but not. It's still one of my favorite songs, and I love it.
Mine's kind of a combination, just because it's sort of the theme and also the end credits to The Wind Waker. I was trying to pick between a bunch of Wind Waker songs. It's one of those games that I think has one of the strongest soundtracks, but I ultimately picked this one because it's peaceful and very beautiful. But then when it comes to the credits, it has that same song, but then they start adding in, all these layers and all these other instruments. They add in Zelda's Lullaby. There's almost a hint of the original Overworld theme too.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just a great arrangement of that song. But yeah, that whole game, all of Wind Waker soundtrack is another one that's, for me, it's top tier.
Before I say my first one, honorable mentions.
Yeah, I have some too.
This is kind of a deep cut, because you don't really even hear it much. The Final Hours theme from Majora's Mask, where it gets to 6 o'clock in the morning, and then the timer stops, and it just says, like, it starts saying you've got 5 minutes left or something, or 6, whatever it is. It's incredibly dark. You hear Clocktown playing in the background, the clock chiming in the background, so you don't hear it completely, because
it's also kind of an atmospheric song.
Yes, and it's incredibly dark. It might be the darkest theme in the whole series, I think.
I have a couple. I really like the whole soundtrack of Adventure of Link, and I picked the town theme.
It's very jolly.
Yeah, as you can tell from my picks, I really like really happy Zelda songs.
Yeah. I was gonna say one of my other ones is the Great Palace from Adventure of Link. It speaks for itself.
That's another one I think that's in the canon of iconic Zelda songs.
Right, yeah.
I also really like the Link's Awakening soundtrack.
Tall Tall Heights is my favorite theme from that, but I think a lot of the songs are forgetful. Like the dungeon themes. I don't think many people remember them.
It was the first one to have separate dungeon themes.
Right.
Respect them for that. But I wrote down when you first are looking for your sword. It's unique, but it reminds me of like the Zelda theme in ways. I like it because there's some mystery to it. It's really quaint. Like it's not like an epic song. That's another one. Like I played that game when I was young. I probably played that part more than the rest of the game when I was a kid. So it's like it's in my head.
Okay, so now it brings me to my top song, and it's a tough decision. And this one's not a nostalgia song at all. Ballad of the Goddess theme from Skyward Sword. To me, we later found out that this was Zelda's Lullaby, like played backwards or something.
Yeah.
And this is a song that it's kind of played in segments throughout the whole game. It's not like you hear it in different forms throughout the whole game. It was in the initial trailer as well, I believe. But like then there's this very calm and soothing portions, even like at the very beginning of the game where Zelda's like singing to it while playing the harp.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's one of the most soothing songs. So that narrowly beats out my two A Link to the Past favorite songs. One more honorable mention too, Hyrule Castle theme. Yeah, I would argue it's the only memorable song in Breath of the Wild.
No, see, that's why my fourth that isn't even honorable mention is Breath of the Wild music.
Okay.
Actually, I feel like Breath of the Wild, I think the soundtrack is great, actually. I really like Growing on Me is the title theme.
I can't even mentally picture that.
Okay, that's fine.
It hasn't connected with me.
But here's one you will know is Cass's theme. It's hard to pick between the two, but there's something, first of all, the atmosphere of that game. The soundtrack overall is pretty awesome because you just get all these hints of music, but then when you're exploring and all of a sudden you hear... there's something so mysterious about it.
It is a change of mood song a little bit. I do like the stable song as well too.
Oh yeah, especially when you get that accordion on there.
That's like an added bonus to it. And it goes without saying, there's a lot of stuff we just kind of glossed over to even mention. There's so many good songs from like Ocarina of Time and Hyrule Castle theme from A Link to the Past is another close call for me.
Right.
And variants of that same song too. Title theme from Legend of Zelda. Again.
Yeah, this is another one like the mini bosses video where it would take a lot of videos to really sum up how we feel about it.
So let us know what your favorite songs are.
And yeah, thanks for watching. Like we mentioned before, be sure to comment on this video. Let us know your favorite and most memorable songs. That would be awesome. Also leave a comment of other topics you'd like Mas and I to talk about in future entries of the Compendium. Click the subscribe button to subscribe to the videos. You'll know when we have new ones. We have playlists here for our podcast, for more entries on the Hyrule Compendium, and a series that Mas and I also do called the Zelda Book Club, going through the Ocarina of Time manga. Thanks for watching.